Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins Collections, where we explore the hidden gems of the numismatic world. Today, we have something that will surely make any coin collector's heart race: the United States $quarter from 1986. At first glance, you might think it's just another quarter, but stick with us, because this coin could be worth far more than its face value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting to dive into the world of rare coins, you'll want to hear about the potential value of this 1986 $quarter. So, let's get started. The 1986 $quarter was minted during a pivotal time in the history of U.S. coinage. This particular year marked a major milestone in the history of American coins because it was the first year of issue for the Statue of Liberty commemorative quarters, which were released as part of a series celebrating America's bicentennial and the continued legacy of liberty. The U.S. Mint was producing coins with a variety of designs during the 1980s, and this quarter was no different, featuring the traditional design of George Washington on the obverse and a special commemorative reverse design. In 1986, the U.S. was experiencing a period of economic growth. Ronald Reagan was in his second term as president, and the country was emerging from the economic challenges of the late 1970s and early 1980s. At the time, quarter dollars were being produced at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, and the 1986 quarter would be struck in large numbers, circulating widely across the United States. While most of these coins circulated normally, some rare variants and unique characteristics of the 1986 quarter make it particularly sought after by collectors. As with many coins, it's not just the design and the year that matter, it's also the condition of the coin and any special features that might make it stand out from the millions of other quarters minted that year. Now, let's break down the design of the 1986 $quarter, which features two important elements: the familiar portrait of George Washington and the Statue of Liberty reversed. On the obverse, we find the classic portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This iconic image, designed by John Flanagan, has appeared on the quarter since 1932. The Washington quarter was introduced as part of the efforts to commemorate George Washington's legacy, and since then, it's been one of the most recognized coins in the world. Washington is shown in profile, and the coin's inscription reads, "Liberty," along with the year of issue, 1986, and the words, "In God We Trust." On the reverse side of the coin, the design changes dramatically. The 1986 quarter features a special commemorative design of the Statue of Liberty, symbolizing the spirit of freedom that has been a cornerstone of American history. The Statue of Liberty is an enduring symbol of the country's dedication to liberty and democracy, making it the perfect choice for this important year in American history. The reverse design also includes the inscription "United States of America" and "E pluribus unum," which means, out of many, one. This design was a part of the 1986 Statue of Liberty Centennial Series, which aimed to honor the 100th anniversary of the statue's dedication. However, what makes this coin really intriguing is not just its design, but its potential rarity due to minting errors and unique features. When it comes to collecting coins, mint errors and variants are some of the most exciting and valuable aspects. These mistakes made during the minting process result in one-of-a-kind pieces that are highly coveted by collectors. The 1986 $quarter is no exception. One of the most common types of minting errors found in 1986 quarters is the double die error. This happens when the coin die is misaligned or improperly struck, resulting in a doubling of the design. For example, you might see doubling in the lettering of "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." These types of errors are considered rare, and they can significantly increase the value of the coin. Another potential error found in some 1986 quarters is the off-center strike, where the coin is not properly aligned with the die, creating a design that's shifted to one side. Off-center strikes make the coin visually unique, and collectors are always on the lookout for these kinds of oddities. Beyond errors, the condition of the coin is critical. A quarter that has been well preserved with minimal wear, scratches, or damage is much more valuable than a coin that has seen heavy circulation. Coins in near mint or uncirculated condition are highly prized by collectors, as they are rare to find in such pristine condition after being in general circulation. As with any collectible, coin grading plays a huge role in determining value. Coins are graded based on their condition, with higher grades representing coins that have been preserved in better condition. Coins that are graded as mint state, MS, or proof, PR, are typically worth much more than coins that have been circulated heavily. The most commonly used grading scale for U.S. coins is the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A 1986 quarter dollar that has been graded MS 65 or higher is considered to be in excellent condition and will command a premium price compared to coins in lower grades. Even more rare and valuable are coins that have been graded as PR 69 or PR 70, which are considered to be in pristine proof-like condition. These coins have been carefully preserved, and any imperfections are barely noticeable. Coins with such high grades, especially those that feature minting errors or unique characteristics, are some of the most sought-after items in the world of coin collecting. So, the big question: how much could a 1986 quarter dollar be worth? If you happen to have a 1986 quarter with a significant minting error, such as a double die, or if it's in exceptional uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a coin worth an impressive $40,000. Yes, that's right. $40,000 for a single 1986 quarter. It's amazing to think that a coin that started its journey as just another penny in your pocket could hold such value today. So, if you have a 1986 quarter lying around, take the time to examine it closely. Check for any minting errors, unusual features, or simply the overall condition of the coin, as you might have stumbled upon a true collector's treasure. And there you have it, folks, the 1986 quarter dollar and its potential to become a valuable piece of numismatic history. It's incredible to think that something as small as a quarter could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, but that's the beauty of coin collecting. You never know when you might have a hidden gem in your collection. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that could be worth much more than you'd expect, the United States quarter dollar from 1977. Now, you might think a quarter from this year is just another piece of pocket change, but there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick around as we explore the history, the design, and most importantly, the potential value of the 1977 quarter dollar. By the end of this video, you'll be amazed at what this coin could be worth. Why the 1977 quarter dollar was minted during a time of relative stability in the United States. It was the year following the end of the tumultuous 1970s, a decade marked by economic shifts and cultural change. By 1977, the country was adjusting to new realities in the wake of the oil crisis, and the economy was moving towards recovery. At this point in history, the U.S. Mint had been producing coins with the traditional designs introduced earlier in the 20th century. The Washington quarter, featuring George Washington's profile on the front and the eagle on the reverse, had been the design since 1932. By 1977, this design was still holding strong as one of the most recognizable symbols in American coinage. Despite being produced in large quantities, there are specific versions of the 1977 quarter dollar that can command a much higher price in the market. The key is understanding what makes these coins rare, and more importantly, what can make them incredibly valuable to collectors today. Let's break down the design of the 1977 quarter dollar, which remains largely the same as it has for decades. On the obverse, you'll find the profile of George Washington. This classic design was created by artist John Flanagan and has graced the quarter since 1932. Washington is shown in profile, facing left, with the words Liberty and the year 1977 inscribed along the top edge. Beneath his image, you'll find the motto, "In God We Trust," a constant reminder of the nation's values. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a majestic eagle in flight. This reverse design, created by artist Frank Gasparo, shows the eagle with outstretched wings, symbolizing the strength and freedom of the United States. The words United States of America and E pluribus unum are inscribed, with the coin's denomination, quarter dollar, appearing below the eagle's image. Although this design had been used for decades, by 1977, what makes some 1977 quarters special is the potential for unique features that could make them rare and valuable. These could include minting errors, unusual variations, or coins in pristine, uncirculated condition that are highly sought after by collectors. Now, here's where things get interesting. Not all 1977 quarters are created equal. While millions of these coins were minted and circulated, certain variants are far rarer and can carry significantly higher value. This could be due to minting errors, unusual wear, or even specific details that were missed during the production process. One of the most common and valuable types of errors in the 1977 quarter is the double die error. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts or misaligns, resulting in a coin with a slightly doubled image. The doubling is often seen in the lettering or in the date, giving the coin a distinct look compared to regular examples. Another potential variant to look out for is the off-center strike. This error happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to shift to one side. An off-center strike can create a unique, visually interesting coin that collectors are always on the lookout for. In addition to errors, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition are far more valuable than those that have been in circulation and show signs of wear and tear. The better the condition, the higher the price a collector may be willing to pay. Now that we've talked about errors and variants, let's talk about grading. Coin grading is an essential part of determining a coin's value. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is. Grading is based on the coin's condition, from its level of wear to its overall appearance. The most commonly used grading scale is the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A coin graded 70 is in perfect, pristine condition, while a coin with a lower grade will show signs of wear. Coins that are graded above MS 65, mint state, or PR 70, proof, are considered to be in excellent or near perfect condition, making them much more valuable than a typical, heavily circulated coin. For example, a 1977 quarter in mint state condition, free of scratches, discoloration, and other signs of wear, is highly sought after. A quarter in these kinds of pristine conditions can easily command a premium, especially if it's a rare variant or has an error that makes it unique. Now, let's get to the big reveal. How much is a 1977 quarter dollar actually worth? If you have a 1977 quarter in excellent condition, or one with a rare minting error, the value can skyrocket. A 1977 quarter in uncirculated condition with a double die or off-center strike could be worth thousands of dollars. But the most impressive news is that certain 1977 quarters have been known to fetch much higher prices at auction. In fact, if you have a 1977 quarter dollar with a significant error, in top condition, it could be worth a remarkable $40,000. That's right, $40,000 for a single coin. It's truly amazing how a coin that started its life as just another quarter could hold such value today. So, if you happen to have a 1977 quarter in your collection, take a closer look at it. Check for any signs of doubling in the lettering or date, or see if there are any unusual features like an off-center strike. Even if the coin doesn't show any obvious errors, if it's in great condition, it could still be worth more than you think. Today, we have something very special to talk about, the United States quarter dollar from 1996. At first glance, you might think it's just another run-of-the-mill quarter, but as we dig deeper, you'll see why this coin could be worth a lot more than you expect. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just stumbled upon this video, you'll want to hear all about the value and rarity of the 1996 quarter. Stick with us to find out just how much this coin could be worth today. The 1996 quarter dollar was minted during a time of change and renewal in the U.S. coinage system. The U.S. Mint was continuing to produce quarters with the iconic George Washington design on the obverse. George Washington's portrait, created by John Flanagan in 1932, has been featured on the quarter for decades. But by 1996, something new was brewing in the world of U.S. coins. In 1996, the U.S. Mint was preparing for the state quarters program, which would begin the following year in 1999. This program aimed to celebrate each of the 50 states with their own unique quarter designs, but the 1996 quarter marked the final year of the classic Washington quarter before that exciting new series would begin. Despite the relatively high mintage of the 1996 quarters, not all of them are created equal. In fact, certain 1996 quarters have unique characteristics or features that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. Whether it's due to errors in minting, condition, or specific variants, the 1996 quarter has the potential to fetch impressive prices, and today we're going to take a closer look at what makes this coin so special. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design of the 1996 quarter. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Flanagan design, featuring Washington in profile, has become synonymous with American currency. Washington is shown facing left, with the words "Liberty" above his head, the year of minting, 1996, below, and the motto, "In God We Trust," to the right. This classic design is part of what makes the Washington quarter one of the most recognizable coins in the world. On the reverse side of the coin, we see the iconic eagle, representing strength, freedom, and the United States itself. The eagle is shown with its wings outstretched, perched on an olive branch, with the inscription "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum," the national motto, which translates to "out of many, one." Below the eagle, the denomination, $quarter, is inscribed. While the design may seem simple, it is precisely this enduring and familiar design that has contributed to the popularity of the $quarter and its continued presence in U.S. coinage history. Now, here's where things start to get really interesting. While the 1996 $quarter was produced in massive quantities, not every coin is exactly the same. Some of the 1996 quarters contain rare minting errors or features that make them stand out from the rest, and these variants can significantly increase the value of the coin. One of the most sought-after errors in the 1996 $quarter is the double die error. This error occurs when the coin's die, the metal stamp used to strike the coin, is improperly aligned, resulting in a doubling effect. This can be especially noticeable in the coin's inscriptions, like "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," where you might see a faint shadow or second outline of the lettering. Double die errors are among the most highly prized coins among collectors because they are extremely rare, making them valuable additions to any collection. Another type of minting error that can make the 1996 quarter worth more is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned with the minting press, causing the design to shift to one side. Off-center strikes are visually striking, and collectors value these coins for their unique appearance. Additionally, some 1996 quarters were produced with die cracks or other imperfections in the minting die. These types of errors are less common but can still contribute to a coin's rarity and value, especially if the cracks or imperfections are clearly visible. The condition of a coin plays a massive role in determining its value. Coins that are in excellent, uncirculated condition are much more valuable than those that have been heavily worn from years of circulation. In fact, coins that are considered mint state, MS, or even proof, PR, can be worth a significant amount more than coins that show wear. Coin grading is done on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 1996 quarter that has been well preserved, free from scratches, discoloration, or other damage, could receive a high grade of MS 65 or higher. A coin in this condition would be highly desirable to collectors and could command a premium price. On the other hand, a quarter that has been circulated heavily, showing signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, will likely fall into a lower grade, and its value will be significantly reduced. So, how much could a 1996 $quarter be worth? If you have a 1996 quarter that's in perfect or near perfect condition, it could be worth significantly more than face value. A quarter that is in mint state or proof condition, especially if it features a rare minting error like a double die or off-center strike, could be worth thousands of dollars. But the big reveal, the moment you've all been waiting for: if you have one of these rare 1996 quarters in outstanding condition, with a notable minting error or unique feature, it could be worth as much as $49,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $49,000 for a single coin. It's incredible to think that a quarter, which you might have picked up at a store or found in your pocket, could hold such significant value. But that's the magic of coin collecting. Sometimes, the smallest treasures can be worth the most. So, if you have a 1996 quarter in your collection or even in your spare change jar, take a closer look. Check for minting errors, like the double die or off-center strikes, and examine its condition carefully. You might just have a rare treasure on your hands. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States quarter dollar from 1983. This particular quarter may seem like just another coin from the 1980s, but there's more to it than you might think. With some rare features and certain conditions, this coin could actually be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Stick with us till the end, because we're about to reveal just how much this quarter could be worth in today's market. Let's start by setting the stage. The 1983 quarter dollar was minted during an interesting time in U.S. history. The 1980s were a period of economic growth, cultural change, and political shifts. The U.S. was transitioning out of the inflationary pressures of the late 1970s and entering a new era of prosperity. For coin collectors, the 1980s was a time when certain coin designs were seeing their final years before changes began to take place. The quarter design for 1983 was, of course, the familiar George Washington quarter that had been in circulation since 1932. This design, created by artist John Flanagan, shows Washington's profile on the obverse, and on the reverse, we see the iconic eagle, symbolizing freedom and strength. While the design remained unchanged from previous years, what makes the 1983 quarter so fascinating is the fact that there are certain features and details about this coin that make it stand out in the world of coin collecting. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse side, the 1983 quarter features the well-known portrait of George Washington. Washington's image is in profile, and we can see the words "Liberty" at the top, the year 1983 at the bottom, and the national motto, "In God We Trust," to the right of his portrait. This design, with its timeless elegance, is instantly recognizable to anyone who has ever held a quarter in their hand. On the reverse side, we have the eagle in flight, created by artist Frank Gasparo. The eagle's wings are spread wide, perched on an olive branch, symbolizing peace and strength. The words "United States of America" and "E pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," are inscribed around the eagle, and the denomination, quarter dollar, is at the bottom of the coin. This simple yet iconic design has been a staple of U.S. coinage for decades, but there are specific factors within the 1983 minting process that make certain 1983 quarters more valuable than others. So, what's the catch with this coin? Why are some 1,983 quarters worth thousands of dollars? Let's dive into the details. You might be thinking, how can a coin from 1983, which was mass-produced, be worth so much? The answer lies in the minting errors and rare variants that can occur during the production process. One of the key factors that can increase the value of a 1983 quarter is the presence of minting errors. While most coins are produced perfectly, occasionally, the minting process doesn't go as planned, and errors occur. Some of these errors are so rare that they make a coin incredibly valuable. For example, double die errors are one of the most sought-after types of mistakes in coin production. This occurs when the coin's design is stamped twice by the minting die, resulting in a doubling effect in the lettering or details of the coin. If you happen to find a 1983 quarter with a double die error, it could be worth a significant amount more than the regular version. Another error that can increase the value of the 1983 quarter is an off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to be imprinted off-center. This type of error gives the coin a unique, misaligned look, making it stand out from regular quarters. Additionally, some 1983 quarters were minted with clashed dies. This occurs when the coin dies, the metal stamps used to strike the design onto the coin, collide during the minting process, leaving marks or designs from one side of the coin on the other. These errors are rare and, if caught early, can increase the value of the coin dramatically. Now, let's talk about condition. When it comes to coins, condition is everything. A coin in excellent, uncirculated condition is worth much more than one that has been in circulation for years. Coin collectors and dealers use a grading system to evaluate the condition of a coin, and this system plays a major role in determining the value. The Sheldon scale is the most common system used to grade coins, with a scale ranging from 1 to 70. A coin graded 70 is in perfect, flawless condition, while a coin with a grade of 60 or below will show obvious signs of wear and damage. For the 1983 quarter, any coin that is graded above MS 65, mint state, will be considered to be in exceptional condition. These coins will fetch a much higher price than coins that are worn down or show signs of heavy circulation. So, if you find a 1983 quarter that has been preserved in uncirculated condition or has a minting error like a double die or off-center strike, you could be sitting on a valuable treasure. The better the condition, the higher the price you can expect to receive for the coin. Now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much is a 1983 quarter dollar really worth? Well, if you happen to have a 1983 quarter in near perfect condition, or even better, a coin with a rare minting error or variant, the value can be much higher than you might expect. Coins with double die errors, off-center strikes, or in pristine, uncirculated condition have been known to fetch impressive amounts at auction. If you have a 1983 quarter with one of these rare features or simply in excellent condition, it could be worth $53,000. That's right, $53,000 for a single coin. It's amazing to think that a quarter, which was once worth just 25 cents, could now command such a high price. So, if you have any 1983 quarters in your collection, be sure to check them for any minting errors, and don't forget to inspect their condition. You might just have a rare gem on your hands. That's all for today's video. We hope you found this information as fascinating as we did. If you have a 1983 quarter or any other coins lying around, take the time to examine them carefully. They could be worth a lot more than face value. Today, we're taking a closer look at the United States quarter dollar from 1991. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin from the early 90s, but let me tell you, this particular quarter could be worth far more than its face value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual observer, you won't want to miss what we have to reveal today about the value and rarity of the 1991 quarter dollar. Stick around, because you might just have a hidden gem in your collection. Before we dive into the value of the 1991 quarter, let's take a quick look at its history. The quarter dollar has been a staple of U.S. coinage since it was first introduced in 1796, but the design we see on the 1991 quarter is the well-known George Washington portrait. This design, created by John Flanagan, has been in circulation for decades. Washington's profile on the obverse side of the coin has become iconic and easily recognizable, representing the very foundation of the United States. The 1991 quarter was part of the ongoing series of Washington quarters, but what makes this coin stand out is what happened during the minting process. Although these quarters were produced in large numbers, it's the rare features and errors that occurred during the production that make the 1991 quarter so valuable to collectors today. In 1991, the U.S. economy was in recovery, and the country was experiencing a period of growth after the early 90s recession. For collectors, this period marked a time when coins like the 1991 quarter were minted in huge quantities, yet many of these coins were not preserved in the best of conditions. Some 1991 quarters, however, survived in pristine form, and it's those coins that are attracting attention today. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1991 quarter dollar. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar profile of George Washington. This design, created by John Flanagan in 1932, features Washington facing left with the words "Liberty" inscribed above, the year 1991 below, and the national motto, "In God We Trust," to the right. This side of the coin has remained a classic, featuring Washington as a symbol of freedom and democracy. On the reverse side of the 1991 quarter, you'll see the majestic eagle, a long-standing symbol of American strength and independence. The eagle is shown with its wings spread wide, holding an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, symbolizing peace and readiness for defense. Surrounding the eagle, you'll find the inscriptions, "United States of America," e pluribus unum, and quarter dollar, the latter indicating the coin's value. While the design of the 1991 quarter may appear fairly standard, it's the subtle variations and minting errors that can make this coin stand out in the world of numismatics. And these rare coins are worth much more than you might think. Now, let's talk about the secret to the 1991 quarter's surprising value: minting errors and rare variants. While the majority of 1991 quarters were produced in large quantities and circulated widely, a few coins were struck with unique mistakes during the minting process. These rare errors are what collectors look for and are the main factor in determining the higher value of certain 1991 quarters. One of the most highly sought-after errors in the 1991 quarter series is the double die error. This occurs when the coin's die strikes the metal planchet more than once, resulting in a doubling effect. Typically, you'll notice this error in the coin's inscriptions, like Liberty or In God We Trust, where the letters appear to be slightly doubled, giving them a shadowy effect. Double die errors are among the most prized mistakes in coin collecting because they are extremely rare. Another valuable variant of the 1991 quarter is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't properly aligned in the minting machine, causing the design to shift and appear off-center. The resulting coin will look unusual, and this misalignment is what makes it stand out from the thousands of perfectly minted coins. There are also coins with clashed dies. When the two coin dies, the stamps used to imprint the design, come into contact with each other during the minting process, leaving marks or designs on the coin that are unintended. If you find a 1991 quarter with such a feature, you've stumbled upon a rare collector's item. Additionally, some 1991 quarters were struck with die cracks or other imperfections. While these errors are more subtle, they still contribute to the rarity and appeal of the coin. Let's not forget the importance of coin grading and condition. The value of a 1991 quarter can vary widely depending on how well it has been preserved. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are much more valuable than those that have been heavily worn through circulation. Coin grading is done on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. A coin in mint state 65 or higher, which has barely been handled and shows little to no wear, will command a much higher price than one with visible scratches, nicks, or discoloration. So, if you happen to have a 1991 quarter that is in mint state, congratulations, you could be holding on to something very valuable. So, what's the value of the 1991 quarter dollar? If you have a 1991 quarter in uncirculated condition or one that features a rare minting error, its value could be far higher than what you'd expect. But the real kicker is if you have a 1991 quarter with a particularly rare feature or if it's in near-perfect, uncirculated condition. These types of coins have been known to fetch impressive prices at auctions. If you find yourself in possession of one of these rare 1991 quarters, it could be worth as much as $60,000. Yes, you read that right, $60,000 for a single coin. It's amazing to think that something as common as a quarter could hold such a high value. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. There's always the potential to discover hidden treasures in your collection, or even in your spare change jar. So, the next time you find a 1991 quarter in your collection or your change, make sure to take a closer look. Check for minting errors, unique features, or signs of exceptional preservation. Who knows, you could be holding on to a rare coin worth a fortune. If you enjoyed today's video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest discoveries. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting.